Why are all men down with PPE? Do you like your lungs?
The man!
Do you like your eyeballs?
The man!
I'm a dude.
Dude, bro.
We've watched a bunch of videos on wall removal. Everybody seems to cut them off at the top. We really don't want to do that. One, for safety. We have kids in and out of this bus, so that would leave us with a really sharp edge. So that's not something that we're excited about. Also, I don't really know how you finish it off then where it's safe ever. I mean, obviously you're covering it up with wood, things like that. But our goal is to get the windows out and completely remove those panels. So we'll see if that works and get that insulation out.
So we're taking out our wall panels. We had a bunch of screws that we had to undo, and we were hoping that the edge of this panel just came up and sat under the window. Unfortunately, that is not the case for us. We have rivets right here from the outside of the bus holding this side panel in. So instead of undoing the rivets on the outside, what we're going to do is we're going to get a Dremel and we're going to cut right along the edge of where the window and the side panel meet.
Do you want to bend it up so they can see on the other end how stuff goes in? Like how it's connected?
What do you mean how it's connected?
Just let's show how it... It's fine. Here, let me hold these out of your way. Oh my God. So, I guess we don't need a Dremel. We can just pop those suckers out. So that apparently is how you remove those wall panels without cutting them. What a happy accident.
So if we just
Do that and then put the window back. Let's see how good or bad the window sits back in, right?
Yeah.
I'm just scared to come back to the bus with windows falling all over the ground, right? You think?
I mean, it's not sitting on that little lip of sheet metal, but we can always rig that somehow for temporarily.
Okay, so we got super lucky and we figured out how to get the wall panels out without having to cut. We don't have electrical hookup, and the battery packs do not last long, so there's no way we were gonna be able to cut all the way along this wall panel here to get that out without killing both battery packs. It would have been like a 6-day task. So we can get them out without cutting. The plan is to get windows out, and then we're gonna get those wall panels out, pull out the insulation, and get those windows back in. I mean, not to get to the insulation today, but we'll get the windows back in so they're safe and they don't just fall out in the middle of the night, because we're having to break up the adhesive to get them out. So they're sitting in there a little looser and could fall out. It's supposed to be windy the next couple days, so we're gonna get those situated to make sure they don't fall. But likely with the kids here, we're only gonna get just this one side of the wall panels out today, and then tomorrow we'll try and get the other side out.
So a pretty quick and easy way to get the windows out is there's adhesive on the back side of the windows. So just grab a putty knife and just kind of run down the edge to just kind of break it free. On the bottom. After you do that, use the actual frame of the bus to kind of get some leverage on, so you can pull on the window frame.
And if you're still having trouble getting it out at that point, which I was personally, I did the exact same thing he just showed, doing on the inside, on the outside as much as I could as well, and that broke it up just that extra little bit more to be able to pull it out more easily. The adhesive on our windows is insanely sticky.
And it's pretty warm today.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it in the cold, it might be easier. But we got a broken window. I just cracked that. So I just did something you don't want to do. Had a crack in our window, and that was from pulling on it and kind of twisting the frame a little bit.
I don't even see it. Oh, I see it now, yep.
All right, so we got our 3 windows out because we have to take 3 out per panel. Ours are riveted down here. They don't fully extend over like some do. They're not riveted on the outside like some do, so this is going to be our best way to take these out that we found. We got rivets here and here. So I'm just going to take a chisel and just a hammer and just kind of tap it in there and kind of just pull them out. And the sheet metal, being as thin as it is, just pops free, and you can see it pop free right there. And I'll come back to this front one and just kind of pop it free. So you'll just kind of do this down the whole length of the sheet metal. Like we said, we are doing this because we didn't want to have to cut it for the safety of the kids. That was our decision to do it this way.
Yep. All right, so we put these back up. We want to make sure we put the window on the ledge as much as we can because there isn't a bar that goes straight across like a lot of them. And then we're using these that we initially took off, I don't know what to call them, to hold it back up in the meantime until we're really ready to deal with the windows 100%. So this is just kind of a short-term solution to the windows just to get the wall panels out. This is as far as we're going to get today because the kids are being kind of wild. We are so stinky, we are so dirty, but today was the first day that we got, like, I don't know, 2 hours without the kids here to work. Not even 2 hours. Shane's back here shaking his head. It felt like forever and not enough time at all, but it's our first time working on the bus without kids running around, and there's still so much to do and it's a mess, but guys, we're getting so much done. It's exciting. Okay. So now that I've done a lot more of these windows, I have better suggestions on how to handle it. Initially, and on a lot of videos, and everybody's bus is different, they always say, you know, run down the sides, whatever. But ours, as you can see over here, the adhesive or sealant or whatever is along the frame, I guess, or whatever you call it. So doing this does nothing. That doesn't break up this. So what I've been doing that's way more helpful, but I'm going on the outside seam and pushing up in the corner and just breaking that free right here on both sides has made it so much easier to get these windows out, because that's really the sticking point for these. So once I've broken the seal in those corners on the outside, I can very easily just, I mean, you got to gently pull it because you don't want to bend the frame, but then you can gently pull this out, and it's so much easier when you break those. So like I said, every bus is different, but for us, there was no adhesive down on the bottom ledge where the window rests. It was more in the frame of the window. So that was helpful to know. Also, another thing we've been doing because of how our walls are situated, this adhesive is so gooey. And when we pull out the panel, there's a lip here. And so we're just cutting this adhesive in the corners just so it doesn't get in our way when we're pulling this out. But otherwise, this has been not as painful as it seems like it's been on other people's buses. So.
I can leave. I don't care about that wall. I'm leaving.